Imagine this. You wake at dawn, your bones heavy with the weight of unspoken potential. The mirror reflects not just your face, but 1,000 unlived versions of yourself, each one bolder, freer, more alive than the last. Yet here you stand, trapped in the suffocating comfort of the familiar, the acceptable, the mediocre. Nietzsche called it the herd instinct, the silent, invisible force that grinds down your edges until you fit neatly into the world's expectations. But what if conformity is not safety, but slow decay? What if the price of belonging is your own greatness? The paradox is this: you long to rise, yet you fear the vertigo of your own heights. You crave meaning, yet cling to the very habits that sterilize your soul. How do you break free when the chains feel like part of your skin? The answer lies not in climbing, but in burning the ladder. The real prison isn't failure, it's approval. Society rewards compliance, not courage. From childhood, you are conditioned to seek gold stars, praise, and the hollow comfort of being good enough. Nietzsche saw this as the greatest sickness of the modern soul. The will to mediocrity disguised as virtue. Carl Jung called it the shadow, the suppressed parts of yourself deemed too much by the world. Every time you dull your edges to fit in, you bury another fragment of your potential. Schopenhauer understood this as the tyranny of the will, the blind, grinding force that keeps humanity chasing trivial desires, mistaking distraction for purpose, but the deepest wound. You internalize the cage. You learn to police yourself, to fear your own brilliance before anyone else could. The system doesn't need chains. You enforce your own limits. The question isn't how to escape. It's whether you can endure the terrifying freedom of no longer hiding. Mediocrity is not passive. It is an active erosion. Like water on stone, it carves away your vitality drop by drop until one day you wake up and no longer recognize yourself. The dreams you dismissed as unrealistic calcify into regrets. The risks you avoided metastasize into a dull, unshakable resentment, not toward the world, but toward the version of you who chose safety over sovereignty. Cognitive science reveals a cruel irony. The brain wires itself to repeat what's familiar, not what's extraordinary. Each compromise strengthens neural pathways of timidity, making boldness feel alien, even dangerous. Cultural conditioning amplifies this. Advertisements sell contentment as complacency, while social media turns envy into a perverse motivator, keeping you chasing shadows instead of building empires. But the greatest cost? You become a ghost in your own life. Nietzsche warned of the last man, the hollow creature who blinks, bored, in a world stripped of struggle and transcendence. This is the silent tragedy, not that you fail, but that you cease to care. The escape begins when you see the chains, not as fate, but as a choice you've forgotten you're making. The way out is not step by step. It's a leap, not upward, but inward. Nietzsche demanded amor fati, the love of fate, not to bow to circumstance, but to seize it as raw material for your self-creation. This is the ultimate rebellion, to stare into the abyss of your own potential and dare it to stare back. History's transcendent figures, Van Gogh painting with madness and sunlight, Socrates sipping hemlock rather than silencing his truth, did not follow a map. They burned the old ones. Here's the secret. Mediocrity fears specificity. The moment you define your own metrics, not wealth, not likes, but the ecstatic pursuit of what makes you feel alive, the herd loses its power over you. Start with a single radical act. Betray your comfort. Write the book, not in secret, but where others can see its imperfections. Speak the idea that might get you laughed at. The goal isn't success, it's ownership. Every time you act from your depths, you steal back a piece of your soul. The world will resist. Let it. Resistance is the echo of your awakening. Here it is, the revelation that changes everything. Mediocrity does not exist. It is a phantom. Avoid masquerading as a safe harbor. Nietzsche's will to power was never about domination over others. It was about the raw, unyielding command of your own life. The moment you realize that average is not a destiny, but a delusion, the game collapses. You are never meant to fit. The universe buries its treasures in the fault lines where others fear to tread, precisely where you hesitate. Your greatest fear isn't failure. It's the unbearable responsibility of your own genius. So this is the choice. Bleed on the pages of your unlived life, or rise, not once, but daily, in the furnace of your own becoming. The sublime truth: you are already free. You've just been rehearsing chains. Now, act as if you believe it.